I have my potential concerns, but I believe this new assessment is urgently needed. It's important because it informs what we can put in the IPP, which is what service providers get about us. This puts our private information in our own hands, as long as they don't automatically get the whole assessment without our consent. It can be it can help with training. Many providers you are referring to us have staff who have not been adequately taught what the eligible disabilities are. At one provider, for example, the training on autism was just one sentence. It can help counter service coordinators' biases. There's a bias of not taking emotional abuse seriously. If my home life was properly addressed after intake, we wouldn't just recently be in the process of getting me out of my emotionally abusive home. I brought it up in my first service coordinator meeting, and he refused to help me, and I left crying. It can help us learn about ourselves. The evaluation can help us figure out our needs, and then we can choose what of them to put in our IPP. This includes accommodations that could help us. For example, we could find out whether we will be harmed by ABA procedures. Many of us have an aversion to extrinsic motivators, for example. Standardized assessment is not the same as standardized support, as long as the conclusions of the assessment don't demand that. Standardized assessment helps make sure we don't fall through foreseeable cracks and go unsupported. It can help the system learn what services we need more of. For example, there should be more LGBT accepting and supporting versions of services. To equitably meet all disabled people's needs, we need to embrace and support intersectionality. Reading the description of autism in the current tool, the CEDAR, I can't help but think about what a fellow autistic friend of mine once asked. Why do they hate us so much? It's demeaning. This is the tone from my entire experience with the system. The CDR is largely based on the medical model of disability. In the medical model, the question is, what do I need to act like everyone else? In the social model, the question is, what do I need to live a good life? A needs assessment should include individual ways for people to respect us and relieve our pain or anxiety. For example, it should ask what pronouns should be used to respect us. A 50-year-old static assessment cannot sufficiently understand our needs today, given the progress in the disability rights movement. Self-determination of us as a group of people is essential to make this assessment successful. Allow us clients to vote on the measures to be included. Creating voting structure and support can and should be used for other business of DDS. Regularly updated and voted on. Don't just listen to our voices on this project. Give us decision-making power. The DDS practice of getting all our advice and choosing what to do and what to ignore does not work for us. No assessment can truly be comprehensive for all our needs, which is why regular updates are important. Clients should be able to suggest changes anytime, and perhaps every 2 years we can discuss and decide on revisions. About trust. This can only function as intended if other duties of DDS and regional centers are also functioning as they should, such as holding themselves accountable. We're used to promises and reality being vastly different. DDS's relationship with many of us is that of fear, resentment, and mistrust. This could be an opportunity to change that. DDS can regain our trust by addressing the flaws of the system within this evaluation. For example, a problem is retaliation. We should assess what retaliation means to us in the measures. This is essential information for the IPP to help prevent it from happening. The plan for creating the assessment should include discovering the common misbehaviors of the system. This should also help eliminate the need to hide our successes for fear of getting support reduced. It must be very apparent to all staff not to use it this way, and there should be a way for clients to hold them accountable if they do. We don't want this information to be used as ammunition to deny us needed services that we self advocate for. I do believe this assessment is urgently needed, but it won't be a force for good unless DDS continues to shift its principles towards clients controlling our own lives, as exemplified by the self determination program. Any needs assessment should be led by people who best understand our needs ourselves. It should be made by us with your support and not by you with our support. And it should only be used to eliminate our experiences, not restrict our freedoms, which will and does happen whenever we disagree about our needs. This assessment could be a vital component to creating a system that adapts to our needs rather than adapting us to fit the system. Thank you for listening.